What's up, y'all? Uh, I ain't working on any music today. I'm just chilling. But today I'm drinking just water, just regular ass spring water. So I hope I got my volume levels all sorted out here because I've been having trouble mixing my volume the last two streams. But um, I think I got it okay here. Hold on, I gotta open up my chat doc just in case. I got some fucking chips here. I get the munchies and shit, so. My cat's just chilling out, laying on the floor here. He's sleeping, I think. You sleeping, dude? Yeah, he's sleeping. Alright, so probably just gonna chill out, watch a bunch of videos, and I guess commentate, I don't know. But so this first one I'm watching here, this is The Game Dude. Now, some of you might be aware of who the Angry Video Game Nerd is, but back when he was like big, everyone was trying to copy him. He had like the irate gamer and shit. But there's one that I actually didn't find out about till recently, and that's the Game Dude. And what sets him apart from the other AVGN clones is that, how did the story go? He was like really obsessed with his ex or something, and was supposed to go to court for stalking her or something, and he pretty much just fled the country. He's Canadian, by the way, so I don't think anybody knows where he is now, but that's enough about the Game Dude himself. But are his reviews any good? And that's what I'm gonna find out here. So give me a minute. I want to light my scented candle here. It's ocean air. Actually, I got my fan blowing in the corner. Hot. There we go. Safety first. Alright, so in this video he is reviewing Mickey Mouse Mousecapade. I think it's an NES game, I think. So hopefully I got my audio levels right here. So yeah, he's trying way too hard to be AVGN.
Ever since they debuted in Plain Crazy, Mickey, who is a fucking asshole, and Minnie have been amongst the greatest cartoon stars.
What the hell's he got against Mickey? Other than leading the most evil corporation in the world.
Of all time. These lovable Disney icons built our childhood, but at the same time destroyed them with their shitty games. One of them being Mickey Mouse, amongst the most ignominiously annoying games I've ever played. Now you're...
Alright. I grew up in the 90s, so I grew up on like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games, and there were a lot of Mickey Mouse games. And this is actually one that I didn't play. The only one I can remember playing is, which one was it? It was the one on the Game Boy. Hold on, let me look it up. My fucking right eye keeps watering and I have no fucking idea why. Mickey Mouse Game Boy. Oh, Mickey's Dangerous Chase. That's the one I had. Okay. That's the one where you're Mickey or Minnie and, you're running through the level and you're picking up the blocks and you're throwing them at the enemies. It's that one.
Probably wondering, how on earth can you go wrong with Mickey Mouse? Castle of Illusion is amazing. Don't just wait and see.
Oh. Man. That cracks me up because I know AVGN actually does screen capture through his TV, but I feel like a lot of these clones are emulating it and they're just showing footage of them putting in the cartridge to make it seem like they're a legit gamer.
Hey, is this Mickey Mouse Capade or Mickey Mouse? And why do they look like they're from the 1930s? To Funhouse!
Did you just hear this guy? He said, why do they look like they're from the 1930s? Because they were fucking created in the 1930s. I'm pretty sure, let me go look, but I'm pretty sure they were, Mickey Mouse at least was created in the 30s. Alright, close. 1928. That's close enough, though. Why is a character that was created in the 1930s, why does he look like he's from the 1930s? Because he is, stupid.
Why is only one block of wood nailed to the pole? Are the others just floating? Why even have all the letters on 3 separate blocks of wood rather than one? Why is the O of 2 not capitalized? And how do Mickey and Minnie know the funhouse is east and not north? Directional signs without arrows point north by default. And fun? That's
the thing, AVGN and a lot of these clones do. They try to nitpick these little stupid shit like that sign. Like, that's not a big deal. It's a game. It's a game from the 80s. Like,
the biggest mistake of them all. Nothing about this house is fun. Now, rather than be a generic platformer buried in a mountain of other generic platformers, this fucker wanted to be creative. So, Minnie sniffs your farts throughout the entire game, copying your every move and following your ass like Tails does with Sonic. Except that...
bro, you ever see any couples like that? Where they're just following each other around, being up each other's ass 24/7, that they might as well be sniffing each other's farts? That shit would drive me crazy. But that's what him making that joke just reminded me of, because I've seen people like that. It's like, man, how can you imagine being up each other's ass 24/7? Shit.
Tails is actually helpful, collecting rings and killing enemies for you, while Minnie is negatively useless, meaning that she's worse than not being there at all. Besides shooting only 1 star at a time later on, she does absolutely nothing. She can't collect items or even be controlled by a second player like Tails, but thankfully she can't be harmed by enemies. She only gets hit if you get hit. You also can't leave a screen unless she's right behind you. Many times you have to go back, get Minnie behind you, then move forward again.
I don't think this is a game that AVGN ever actually reviewed, I don't think. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of the AVGN stuff since Screenwave took over. Not a big fan of those guys, but seems like most people aren't.
Now, folks, this is what you call bad level design. Sometimes she irritatingly gets in front of you. It doesn't work. She gets in the way. She is the scourge of the universe. Once you get star power and upgrade it seconds after starting the game, you'll have it until the end no matter what, so why not just have it at the very beginning? Sometimes the upgrade is replaced by an enemy, so you have to keep re-entering the room until you get it. Look at this.
That's a lot of spiders.
Even though you only shoot a maximum of 2 stars at a time, while mini shoots 1 after the upgrade, by the time you're done, you'll still see more.
Yeah, there's a fucking chair. Look at that. Yeah, right there. It's a fucking chair. A fucking living chair. That's funny. Shit. Let me move this off to the side here.
And after a fight with Chuck Norris. And break your thumb by constantly having to tap that A button. Even with the upgraded star power, the game is nearly impossible to beat. And it's a kid's game! Would have been nice to have Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Scrooge, and Ludwig. Then again, they'd probably make them all follow your ass and call the fucking game Mickey Mouse Parade. It's bad enough with Mickey and Minnie, and it would even be bad enough with just Mickey, because the horrendous control.
Once again, the zoom in on the controller. Look at me. I'm super duper legit gamer.
Sluggishly imprecise, and when you jump one way, you'll freeze fall every time you try to go the other. A mighty pain in the ass when trying to jump over enemies. There's so many of them, and they throw
My
so
mic
many
is picking up my
spikes
fan in the background. Let me
with
know.
massive slowdown, which can be good because they move and attack so fast. Some are practically unavoidable. Some take so long to kill, while others are so hard to hit because of imprecise aiming control. Some keep dodging every attack, so you have to keep changing the pattern. And Minnie keeps facing the wrong way when shooting. Also, if you leave a room and return, they immediately respawn. You just have to keep playing it, following patterns and memorizing where everything is. You can't jump while on ladders, which sucks. Fortunately, there's extra lives, blue diamonds that kill all enemies on screen, cakes that recover a bit of health, and red diamonds that recover all health. You reveal these items by shooting every square inch of empty space, and lights that look like upside down grenades. But there's so many recovery.
That's kinda sorta like Mylon's Secret Castle. That's another one, AVG interview, where you're like shooting bubbles, like just spamming bubbles, hoping to find some like hidden secret block or some shit. I don't remember. I haven't seen any footage of that game in years.
Items, they make it almost impossible for you not to beat level 1. There's even Adventure Island's Invincibility Fairy, but later on, nothing will save you. Now when you fight a boss, the most annoying music plays that is worse than having a cymbal monkey clash its cymbals on your ears. After you beat the first boss and get the key, you have to travel all the way back to the very beginning. A very cheap way to artificially lengthen the level. Finally, we get to level 2. I just love how Mickey calls Minnie over, just mocking you because of how fucking worthless she is. Like
to the ocean.
Don't freeze fall here, meaning they deliberately made the control worse for every other level. But now that we're on the ocean, the second Minnie falls in, you'll automatically go down with her, which doesn't make any sense, like how if Popo dies in melee, Nana evaporates. Anyway, you really have to jump the platforms farther than you normally would. Sometimes I miraculously forget she's behind me until I die, because, you know, I didn't jump far enough to the next platform. Suppose all these fast and tall waterfalls weren't enough, so they had to add a fucking jellyfish on top. Damn it, there's so many of them. Oh, and look, there's even flying fish. What a fucking hack. The music is the worst. It's so nice and cheerful. It's like laughing at me while Armageddon rains forth upon this fucking game. Think that's enough balls, you croco fuck? Look at this. How is any kid supposed to dodge all these balls? Damn it!
The fuck? Hold the fuck on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Is that an alligator? Hold that. Let me go back. Hold on.
fucking jellyfish on top. Damn it, there's so many of them. Oh, and look, there's even flying fish. What a fucking hack. The music is the worst. It's so nice and cheerful. It's like laughing at me while Armageddon rains forth upon this fucking game.
He's really trying too hard to be the AVGN. He really is.
Think that's enough.
Yeah, look at it. It's a fucking gator.
Croco fuck. Look at this.
Look at it. It's a fucking gator. A gator. A gator. That's funny. Unless that's like the gator or the croc from Peter Pan. That's funny.
How is any kid supposed to dodge all these balls? Damn it! Level 3, both the hardest and longest level, is divided into parts. Keep walking and the part will loop, so to get to every next part, you'll have to end.
Yo, let me pause. Since we're in the woods now in this video, I highly suggest going out in the woods a couple times a week. Just, you know, be amongst nature, you know, leave your phone at home. Well, actually, you know, take it with you just in case a bear tries to eat you or something. I mean, but get away from it all, you know. Be peace amongst nature. But sidetracked here. Let's get back to the video.
Enter a certain tree in the foreground. Enter the wrong one and you'll either have to repeat that part or go back to a previous one, sometimes the very beginning. The fastest way out is to make a hole and enter the first tree before the loop, which skips part 2. Make a hole and enter the third tree, make a hole and enter the first tree after the loop, and then walk to the boss. How is any kid supposed to figure this out? Not only are all the trees with holes lies, but so are some that you make holes in.
Look at the fucking purple trees. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Look at them purple trees. Mickey and Minnie doing, you know, illicit substances that the trees are purple.
Next part, you'll have to enter a certain tree in the foreground. Enter the wrong one and you'll either have to repeat that part or go back to a previous one, sometimes the very beginning. The fastest way out is to make a hole and enter the first tree before the loop, which skips part 2. Make a hole and enter the third tree, make a hole and enter the first tree after the loop, and then walk to the boss. How is any kid supposed to figure this out? Not only are all the trees with holes lies, but so are some that you make holes in. Besides,
You know, AVGN and these clones, they are right sometimes about some of these games, because back then, games were mostly marketed towards kids, and sometimes they would put the most ridiculous, cryptic shit into a game that you would never be able to figure out. You'd have to be like stupid lucky to figure it out. I can't think of any examples right now. Well, AVGN talked about it in the his first review, Simon's Quest. I've never played Castlevania 2, so I'm only going off on what he's told me. I've played 1 and 3, but I've never really played 2 more than like 5 minutes. But I guess there's a part where you gotta duck against a wall for like 5 seconds or so, and a tornado will come and whisk you away to the next part. Shit like that. Very cryptic. Like, yeah, how the fuck is a kid supposed to figure that out? So then kids would be spending money on like the Nintendo Power guidebooks and shit to figure it out.
another pattern that's only different by involving part 2. This is the only way out. Otherwise, you'll be jumping from part to part for what could be hours. I'm not kidding. Just in case that's not confusing enough, if you're ever sent back to part 1, it changes so you can't skip part 2. Oh, and if Minnie falls in a bottomless pit? Yeah. And why must it take like 10 years to make holes and reveal items? You know what's really annoying? Why must there be so many enemies guarding the pits? This is one of the cheapest games I've ever played. Other way, you mini fuck. And why is walking on ice
Bro,
the
he really
same
is
as
trying
walking
way
on
too
wood?
hard.
There should be less friction.
It's kind of
Those
funny
flowers
how
are
hard he's
massive.
trying.
They're in the background too, which means they're even bigger. Look at all these enemies. Why are there so many of them? Fuck! Look at this. Why is aiming control so bad? What a fucker nuzzle. Fuck. Finally! Trying to dodge them all is suicide, so you might as well try to shoot down every one in your path. Never would it be wise here.
This game
not
definitely
shoot.
has
You
to
never
be
hit.
about Mickey and
The
Minnie
music is
doing
even
illicit
worse.
substances.
Torture.
Just look at some of
It's
these
more
enemies.
cheerful than before, and it's like forcing
Like there was
me to
that guy,
be
he was
happy.
just
Well, that is
right there.
Damn it.
Oh no, that wasn't it. Like, what the?
Look at her cheeks.
What?
Look at his smile.
Yo, look at this fucking
Oh, that's
snake.
funny.
Hold on, let me rewind it. I gotta pause that. It was only on the screen for like a split second.
Fuck. Finally! Trying to dodge them all.
Yeah, right there. Oh, this is what I was talking about too. Look down here when I unpause it. The little fucking mushroom guy.
Suicide, so you might as well try to shoot down every one in your path. Never would it be wise here not shoot. They never end. The music is even worse. It's torture. It's even more cheerful than before, and it's like forcing me to be happy while I'm mad as fuck. Damn it.
Right there. Look at this guy. Look at his face. Look, like his head is like kind of like blended. The color of his head is like kind of blending in with the flower, so it kind of looks like the flower is part of his head. That's funny.
Look at her cheeks. Look at his smile. Oh, that's funny.
Yo, pirate ship. I love pirates.
That's it? You've got to be kidding me.
If you know any good pirate movies that is not Pirates of the Caribbean, let me know.
This is ridiculous! Now, it would make more sense for this to be the last level, because Pete is the villain on the label and the only boss that's actually from the Mickey Mouse universe. But no, there's one more after this. The castle. Yeah, only 5 levels, while Mario 3 has 8 worlds. That's pathetic. This is where Minnie is the worst. Look at this. Get up here!
Yo, I want to try this game now.
Today,
See if it's as frustrating as he's making it out to be.
you grumpy daughter of a fucktwat. For the sake of fuck. Fuck. Oh, man. That crow just kidnapped Minnie. That would have been awesome if I didn't need her to beat the level! So, now I have to go to the bonus room and win her back. Now, when Minnie is missing, the next hidden item you reveal will be the key. So you have to shoot everywhere until you reveal it. Grab it to unlock and enter the bonus room. The goal is to touch the correct Tweety Bird or whatever the fuck these things are. Touch the wrong one and you have to...
Like, there were so many bad games on the NES. Like, I feel like people kind of... I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like people kind of overhype the NES a little. Like, there were games that were so good that people forget that there was heaps loads more bad games than good games. Because back then, it didn't cost a whole lot of money to make games as it does now. So almost any dummy with money was able to put a game out. You had shit like all those like coloring games where it's just like a virtual coloring book, and you'll probably get bored of it after 5 minutes if you're not like 3 years old.
Go back to reveal another key to restart. Now, you'd assume that everyone you get wrong only narrows down the option the next time you play, but no, that's not how it works. It's always random. It's the last one you wrong the first time, it could be right the second. Because of this, every round is pure chance. And I swear, I had to redo that fucking bonus room over 10 times, which means I had to collect over 10 keys, which by themselves take forever to do. It's a fucking nightmare. Great, what a wonderful prize. Fucker platypussy! Look at this, I'm bouncing on air. What? Pete is back and now he's just a random enemy? Why isn't he the final boss?
Look at them fucking walls, dude. Like the green ones and now these fucking white ones. Those are nice looking walls. I mean, I know I sound crazy. Fawning over walls in a, like, 35-year-old 8-bit video game, but damn, those are some nice fucking walls. Like, look at the fucking pillars or whatever they are here. Like, even those are nice looking. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a fan of, like, architecture. I like buildings that look neat on the inside and the outside, and when I see it, I just gotta stop and take a moment to appreciate it, even if it's in a shitty, you know, like I said, 35-year-old 8-bit video game. Like, some of these graphics still hold up today. I mean, there's NES games with better graphics than this, and the graphics of those games still hold up today.
Instead, we get Maleficent. But unlike the others, all you have to do to beat...
The fuck? Where does Maleficent come from? Like, I get she's a Disney character, but she's not particularly from the Mickey Mouse universe. And don't be saying Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts wasn't an idea until, like, I don't know, maybe 20 years after this.
...is go behind and shoot. Could the ending be any worse?
Is that fucking Alice in Wonderland? Now we're bringing Alice in Wonderland into this? Like, she's not from the Mickey Mouse universe either.
Alice?
Are you serious?
So, that was the objective the entire time. To save Alice. Alice? What the fuck does Alice have to do with the Mickey Mouse universe? Whoa.
Yo, he's right, though. He's right. He may be cringe and trying too hard, but he's right. What the fuck does Alice and Maleficent have to do with the Mickey Mouse universe?
Other than being a Disney character. And that's it? Nothing else? End? You'd be better off getting anal fucked by a walrus with elephantiasis of the dick.
Bro, yeah, he's trying way too hard. He's trying to say some, like, really messed up, out there joke, like, in AVGN's videos, like, when he's always talking about, like, taking diarrhea shits and shit. Yeah, this guy's trying way too hard.
What a fucking disgrace to the mouse's legacy.
He even says at the end, inspired by the angry video game nerd. Unlike Irate Gamer, who just, like, straight up ripped him off. Irate Gamer is kind of funny, though. In a cringe sort of way. But, I'm gonna find another video to bring up. And I've been watching a lot of travel videos lately, actually. Because I was actually in Las Vegas earlier this year. You know what? Shit. You know what? It's like an hour, 24 minutes. I don't know if I want to bring it up today. I don't know if I'm gonna have as much time today for hour and a half video, but Tell you what, let's see. A shorter length video. Tell you what. How about we watch a walking tour of Venice? So, I'm going to first. I gotta change the video credit text. I'll type in the channel name once I bring it up. Alright, you know what? No, I want to try and find one that's shorter. Tell you what, I think you can search YouTube by length. How about duration, 3 to 20 minutes? Let's try that. About Glasgow, Scotland. Alright, give me a minute here. My cat's still snoozing on the floor here. Alright, let me see what channel this is so I can properly credit it. Tourister Tours. Alright, let me throw the credits up here. Alright. Wait, hold on. Why ain't my video credit showing? What the shit? Oh, it is. Never mind. I'm stupid. Look at some of these buildings. Like, I like the stone ones. Like the old-timey stone-looking buildings. Wait a minute. Go back a second. Now that's kind of cool right there. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it's kind of cool. It's supposed to be like peacock tails, maybe? Is that what it's supposed to be? That's what it kind of looks like. Maybe over here it looks kind of like leaves a little. But this looks more like a bunch of like feathers from a peacock tail or something. I don't know. I kind of like it though. It looks pretty cool. Even the sidewalk, man, like, look at these brick roadways here. I like that. When they make like roads and sidewalks out of bricks, it's just an aesthetic that I'm a big fan of. Like these bricks over here on the left are kind of different, a little bit, color-wise. You know, it's kind of funny though, because here you see like this is obviously like a more like old-timey building, and this here looks a little modern, not too modern, but it looks a little more modern than some of these other buildings, and it's just kind of weird seeing them in the same shot together. But I like it. It's still pretty cool.
I just thought.
Look at that lighting right there. I don't know, maybe. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a good look at it. I don't think he's gonna point the camera at it. You can kind of see it up in the corner here. Like the octagonal shape. Kind of like umbrella-ish, kind of. Is that the word I'm looking for? Like, I really am a fan of architecture. Like, I like a building that looks nice on both the inside and the outside. You kind of need a building to look just as nice on the inside as it is on the outside, because if you see this really neat looking building on the outside and you go inside and it's like dull compared to the exciting exterior, you're gonna want to turn around and leave. You know, and when I was in Vegas, a lot of the interiors lived up to the exteriors. I mean, some of them weren't as detailed as others, but they still looked pretty nice. Generally pretty nice. Like, which is the casino with the fake Eiffel Tower? What's that one called? But the interior was nice. Like, the ceiling was like, it was painted like the sky, right? And the lights were dim, so it looked like it was nighttime. And it was obviously a French-themed casino, French-themed casino. So there's like all these like pillars and stuff on the inside. It's one of my favorite casinos to walk around in. I didn't do a whole lot of gambling while I was in Vegas, just a little bit here and there at the craps tables. I won maybe $100 if I'm lucky. So look at that. I always like these. What are they called? Skyways or something? In a lot of these bigger cities, because they're really nice in winter. You can just travel to building without having to go out in the cold. And I'm thinking about going to either Alaska or Montana this year. Alaska can be pretty pricey, especially if you're coming all the way over from the East Coast. But I don't know, I'm kind of interested in Ketchikan. It's like a little small island town. It looks like a comfy getaway, and Creek Street there looks kind of interesting. It's got a lot of cute, like, colorful wooden buildings and shit. Like buildings like this. I like buildings that look like this. They look like they're from a different era. You know, I'm a fan of bricks, so stone bricks, especially when they're like reddish orangish. You know, it's very nice to look at. Where's my shopping bag? Oh. I got two shopping bags tangled together here. I'll be eating an orange here. Gotta get that vitamin C. Like, really, just take this scene all in. Now, one of my favorite things about when I travel, and I don't get to do it very often, but when I do, one of my favorite things is just taking in the scenery and the architecture. Like, I didn't even spend a lot of money in Vegas. I just kind of like walking around, looking at everything, you know, walking through the casinos and shit like that. A lot of the casinos had what I'm gonna call rich people malls inside. So almost every casino in Vegas has these rich people malls with brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and shit like that. Yeah. Basically, the casinos are filled with rich people malls. What's going on here? Is that a dining area? Oh yeah, it's a dining area. And like, look at that too. Like, the top of the building looks more like old-timey. Where the bottom there, where it says like office and shit, it looks more modern, and it's weird because it looks like it's the same building. So it's kind of like 2 centuries fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? probably put some umbrellas on those tables because of the sun. Get some shade. Got someone playing the guitar. This looks like an interesting place to visit. What? Date? What the hell's going on there? Turn around. I want to see the other side of the sign. I guess we'll never know what that's about. And I always like them arches, no matter what city it's in. I love those arches. Arches, especially when in the exterior, even interior. You don't want everything to be too square, you know, because then it'd be looking like Minecraft. Look at that. One of those old-time telephone booths. Here's somebody on the megaphone. Double-decker buses. I don't think we have any of those in the U.S. Do we? I've never seen one in the U.S. Now, Vegas had something like this. It's called Fremont Street, but it's not nearly as big as this. It was basically just like a big pedestrian area filled with like shops and casinos. There's one of them double-decker buses. Actually, I lie. They do have double-decker buses like that in the U.S. because I rode one in Vegas when I was going to the Strip. You sit on the top at the very front. It's like you're driving the bus, but you're not driving the bus. there's a shaded area finally. Kind of hoping he'd go down in the subway. I wanted to see how the subway in another country looks compared to the New York subway. I find a lot of strange people on the New York subway. I don't go to New York often, but I try to avoid the subway when I do. See that video of the woman on the New York subway shaving the dead skin off her feet? That's nasty, man. That is nasty. And again, this is Glasgow, Scotland. You're just kind of tuning in. I think, right? Pretty sure it is, yeah. But yeah, building on the right there. It's like pinkish purple. And I do recommend actually going to this video and liking it, just to show the creator some love. Oh, it was a Victoria's Secret, that explains it. Yeah, this is really reminding me of Fremont Street. That's what this is. It's just like here, at like 2 points of Fremont Street, there's a road for traffic to go through, just like that. So that's what this is making me think of right now. Alright, so that's that one. Now, let's see. I'm gonna try and bring up something else to watch. Because we just chilling here. And the cable company's trying to call me again. They must have called me 7, 8, 9 times this week. I don't know if it's actually them or if it's a scammer pretending to be them, but they sure are calling me a lot. Ugh. Oh, guys, excuse me, I'm sorry. The most abandoned mall in Virginia you can't walk into. Alright, I'm intrigued. Let's check this one out. first, I'm gonna put the video credits in. Ranger Rick TV, I think. That's what it says, right? Yeah, Ranger Rick TV. Give me a hot second here. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Out here, the weather outside is... It's a little hot, not too hot, but hot enough. I got the fan blowing in the corner. I'm sure you can hear it through my mic. If the gain in my mic is too high, please let me know. But thinking about doing some streams more often, both music streams and chill out streams. I did music streams the last 3 nights, and I don't know, I'm taking a break today, doing a chill stream. So, we're going to watch this guy's video. This will probably be the last one for today, considering its length. It's about an hour long. Hold on. Ranger Rick TV, that's it. Alright, so I'm gonna bring the video up. And then I'm gonna go outside quick, water a couple of my plants, make myself some fake tea. And when I say fake tea, I am referring to that powder shit that you mix with water. And then I'll come back and we'll get started watching this video. So I'm just gonna mute my mic, throw up my be right back sign, and I'll be right back, folks. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I got my fake tea here, but it's inside of a Hawaiian punch bottle. I was actually using that bottle because I saw a guy on YouTube the other day. I can't remember who it was. It's probably in my history somewhere, though. But he discovered a hack where, like, you get a room fan, like a rotating one, and you freeze two soda bottles full of water, right? Or any kind of plastic drink bottle, really. So you freeze it, and you zip tie it to your fan, and it becomes an air conditioner. So, but it's not working for me because I don't think I have the right fan. I don't have the type of fan he was using. It's the one that's on the one leg, and it goes left to right. Mine isn't like that. Mine is just this big, stationary, circular fan that doesn't really rotate. And I don't know. It looks like it'll be a challenge to zip tie anything to it. So, but let's cue up this video here. Oh, what? I screwed it up somewhere. Hold on. Hold on. Give me another chance here. Hold on. I fucked it up. Alright, so let me do this again. And I'm kind of a fan of like these abandoned building videos because they fascinate me because anyway, they fascinate me because especially malls because like when you walk into an abandoned one, you remember it used to be so full of life. You know what I'm saying? There people used to go there all the time. It was the place to be in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, I know malls started up in the 70s, but I think 80s and 90s people are the most nostalgic about it. But it's like when you walk in there, you remember it used to be so, so full of life, and you look at it now, and it's like there's nobody here. Like, how did this happen? Like, kids used to hang out there. People used to do Christmas family shopping there. People went on first dates there. Like you'd go there with your parents. They'd give you a few bucks. Bucks. Why the fuck did I say it like that? They'd give you a few bucks to run around the mall, and you all met up at the end of the day, and you went home, man. Like, and it's just sad to see places like that, just completely abandoned, dead inside. Like, there's a couple malls around here. There was one that it was just so depressing in its last days. There was nothing going on in there except maybe Bath and Body Works and old people mall walking. That's pretty much it. And it was just really sad to see. And they eventually demolished it. And there's another mall that they're going to be demolishing around here soon too. It's just sad because you could repurpose these buildings into something. You know what I'm saying? Like you could turn them into like a convention center or something. There's plenty of space there. I saw a post on Instagram once saying, someone saying they should turn them into retirement homes for millennials. Like I think that would be awesome. I'd love to retire in a mall. Like you'd have a couple of the storefronts be like living spaces, and then you'd have all the shops inside, arcades and shit. You'd never have to leave. Like that would be amazing. That would be a dream come true for me, because I'm a very nostalgic person. I like revisiting the past a lot. And that's why I would like going into these malls that I grew up with. You know, it'd take me to the past. Like, even if you walk into one of these malls today, if you would walk into one of these malls today, it's like a time capsule in a building. Like, I step into any mall, and I feel like I've been transported back to the 80s and 90s. It doesn't even feel like the year 2026 when you're inside there. Because a lot of these malls never upgraded past 80s and 90s aesthetics. So it's like you're walking in to a time capsule in a building, basically, when you go into a mall. And that's one of the reasons I love malls so much, and it makes me sad seeing so many of them dropping dead left and right. And I know people like to blame Amazon, but I don't think Amazon is at fault here, because malls are still thriving in some other countries in the world. I just think Americans are just incredibly lazy now with things like Amazon available. They really don't want to leave the house. Like, why would you leave the house when you can just get it mailed to you? Like, and I think that's the real culprit of why malls, at least in America, are dropping dead. I don't know how they're doing up in Canada, but I know some European countries, and maybe even Russia, China, Japan, maybe malls. I think malls are still doing good there, but anyways, I'm rambling now, so we're going to watch this video from Rick Ranger TV. The most abandoned mall in Virginia you can't enter. So, let's start it up. Let's go for an adventure.
For more than 50 years, this massive building stood as one of the most recognizable shopping destinations in Norfolk, Virginia.
I want to say, go give this guy's video a like and a follow. Not a follow, a sub if you like what we're about to watch. Because I only feel it's right to send people over to like somebody else's video if I'm, commenting on it.
Thousands of people walk through these halls every single day. Department stores line the entrances. The food court buzzed with conversation. Moviegoers fill the theaters just steps away from the main concourse. For decades, this place was the cornerstone of everyday life in the region. But today, the doors are locked. The escalators no longer move. And the stores that once filled these corridors have completely disappeared.
So right there, he's basically describing everything I just described. Like, it's really sad to see. Something that was once a place that allowed you to connect with other human beings. Just so desolate now. It's just, I don't know what more to say than what I've already said.
So how does a mall this large, in a major metropolitan area, suddenly end up abandoned? And why did the city itself eventually step in and take ownership of the property? To understand how Military Circle Mall collapsed, we have to go back to the beginning, to a time when enclosed shopping malls were one of the most powerful forces in American retail.
Now, hold on, let me go back there a minute. Let me go back. I didn't pause it in time. Let me go back there a minute. I went back too far. My mouse is really sensitive, so I'm struggling here.
To understand how Military Circle Mall collapsed, we have to go back to the beginning, to a time when enclosed shopping malls were one of the most powerful forces in American retail.
Alright, here's where I wanted to pause, right here, because the mall I was talking about earlier that was in my area that got torn down, it had skylights like that, and I always like skylights, whether it's a mall or not, because for many reasons. You know, it's natural light, sunlight. You know, you don't really have to use electricity during the day as much. Like maybe, I mean, you're still gonna have to use electricity in like darker parts of the building, but you know, having a skylight like this really can save on electrical work. I mean, I'm not like an engineer or anything. I'm just trying to think about it logically. But I always liked skylights like that. I can't remember, but I think when I was a kid, I used to live in a house with a skylight. No, it was a trailer. And in one of the bedrooms, there was like a small skylight in the ceiling. It wasn't my bedroom. I don't remember whose it was, but it was pretty cool. Even a little tiny trailer having a skylight like that. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Military Circle Mall opened its doors in 1970, during what may consider to be the golden age of the American shopping mall. Across the United States, suburban development was booming. Families were moving away from dense downtown cores into growing suburban neighborhoods. Retail developers quickly realized that enclosed malls could serve as a centralized shopping hubs for these expanding communities. And Military Circle was built right in the middle of this retail revolution.
That wasn't a bad idea for them to have at that time. It really wasn't.
Developed by a well-known retail developer, the Rouse Company, the mall was strategically positioned near major roadways and population centers within the Hampton Roads region. From the beginning, the mall was designed to attract large crowds, and several major department stores served as anchor tenants, including
Yeah, it was like almost every mall, pretty much every mall, had at least 2 anchor stores. The one that I was just talking about out here that was demolished, it had, I think, 3? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was 3. And the one that's about to be torn down, I think also has 3. One used to be the Bonton before they went under, and the other used to be Sears before they went under.
JCPenney, Smith & Welton, Leggett, and Thalheimer's. These stores were critical to the mall's success.
Like, I really miss these like 90s designs, man. Like, I know I'm nostalgic for the period I grew up in, but like everything is so ugly now, especially with AI slop taking over everything. I miss stuff like this. Like, it was so simplistic, but it was also kind of like wacky. Like, look at it. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what is it? I don't know what this is, but I like it.
Department stores acted as magnets for customers, drawing shoppers into the mall where smaller retailers could benefit from the constant flow of foot traffic. And for many years, the formula worked exactly as intended. Military Circle quickly became one of the most popular shopping destinations in the region. I'll promise I'll be back in just a moment to finish the story. But for right now, let's go inside and see what's left behind.
Just watching the clouds go by while I'm in here all alone.
How'd he get in, though?
Just listening to those beautiful atmospheric sounds. What a precious moment. Those clouds are moving quite fast, too.
Oh, yeah, me? No, I'm not as brave as this guy. I'm not gonna... I don't want to know what's making that whistling noise. You know, I hear that whistling noise, I'm probably leaving. I am not taking my chances. Like, no way. I'm not taking my chances.
So I just made it inside the mall. Well, more like projection theater booth. And I'm going to show you what we have in here first before we actually make our way into the mall.
Look at that.
I'm not going to waste too much time going into these screens because they all look the same basically. But just to give you like a rough idea of what they look like, that is what they look like.
Look at that. Oh, that's
It's
nasty.
looking pretty rough up here.
Looks like the electricity still works somewhat.
Let's see what's down here at the end of the hall. Shall we? What is this? Oh, this is one of the movie theaters. Yeah. I'm not going to waste too much time in here, though. We got to get moving. Let's go downstairs. That is kind of cool, though. Look at the seats. Look at those seats.
The bars,
They got
the
little bitty medallions on them.
handrails, it was like
This is
something
going
you'd
into the
see out in the
electrical. Actually, this is still the projection
actual
room,
city outside.
but this is on the other side.
Listen, I'm not taking my chances in finding out. I don't recommend
What is
you
that noise?
take your chances, pal.
What the heck is that?
Oh, I guess he was given permission to go in.
It sounds like a horn, like a car horn. I don't know what that is. I don't think you're going to be able to hear it on camera, though. I don't know what that is.
I just want to see him go down into the mall.
It sounds just like a car horn.
I don't really care to find out what's making that noise.
Okay, I don't want to go that way.
Oh, look
I
at
just
that.
found an elevator.
Look at that elevator
Probably doesn't
door.
work.
It's like, I can't
Yeah,
tell
they
if
got
it's
the power
bronze or
in this place.
gold because of the lighting.
They definitely got the power.
And stairwells like this have a certain charm to them, where it's like half one color, half another color. Just the custodial closet.
Does this lead to where I need to go? No, this is a storage closet. Don't make a lot of noise, don't make a lot of noise. Good enough. I think this is where I need to be.
Somebody wedged the door open. Look at those carpets. That is so 90s. That is like so fucking 90s, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's the lobby with the cool looking movie theaters. That is so cool. With the banisters that
Like, I miss when things used to look like that. You know, now everything is all like gray and ugly and it all looks the same.
red.
Almost like the powers that be want us to be depressed. You know what I'm saying?
Here's all the old movie theater style posters and stuff.
I mean, just think about it. I'm thinking about seeing a whole bunch of people lined up in this hallway in the 80s, early to mid 90s, all lined up ready to go in there to see a movie. And, you know, just look at it now, man. It's just really sad.
Let's turn the light down a little bit.
Like, I hope one day we can have a mall revival. You know, especially with all this AI slop
The hell
shit.
out of this place.
Might make people want to go outside more. If it's getting to the point where we can't tell what's real and what's not. So maybe there is a good chance, maybe, that malls can make a comeback.
This theater has a bunch of mold on it. Look at this. There's
I'd be
mold
careful there,
everywhere.
man. If he's messing
even
with that
going on the
mold, I'd be
handrails.
careful.
Oh, this is nasty.
You know, you don't want to mess with mold. You
And
really
this
don't.
theater's totally stripped of everything. All the seats are gone. Isn't that amazing? Projection theater booth is gone too. Everything's gone. It's a screen, even the screen's gone. Look at that. It's like glowing. You can barely see it. Oh, there it is. It's still glowing. That's funny. Knocking holes in the wall and everything. Yeah, they're scrapping this place pretty good.
Damn, the bathroom
Why so many trash
walls. Look at those walls, the checkered walls. Oh shit. Fuck it, I ain't rewinding. There we go, now we're in the mall proper. Look at that circle on the floor. Now, the mall I was talking about that was demolished, it kind of had a circle similar to that. One on each end of the mall, like at the very end. It was like a big open space, kind of like it is here. There was one at each end of the mall.
There's a couple options. I think that's security right there. You see those lights blinking? That leads to outside. I'm pretty sure that's security down there.
During the mall's peak years, Military Circle wasn't just a place to shop. It was a destination.
Oh, look at that.
The mall included not only retail stores, but also entertainment venues and even a hotel connected directly to the property. One of the more unique features of the complex was this attached hotel, and it originally operated as a
I have
Sheraton.
never heard of that.
When the mall first opened in
A
1970,
hotel attached to a mall.
developers wanted
It's
the
the first
property
time
to
I'm ever
function as
hearing of that.
more than just a shopping center. The idea was simple but ambitious. Visitors could shop, eat, stay overnight, and never have to leave the property. Guests staying at the hotel could walk directly to their rooms into the mall's corridors, giving
That's kinda
travelers
neat.
immediate access to department stores, restaurants, and even the movie theater.
This must have
For
been a
business
pretty,
travelers visiting Norfolk, military
what are the
families
kids
passing
saying
through
now?
the area,
lit
and tourists
mall?
exploring the Hampton
back in
Roads
the day?
region, the setup made the mall incredibly convenient. But decades later, as the mall began losing stores and foot traffic declined, the hotel's biggest advantage slowly turned into a problem, because a hotel connected to a thriving mall is luxury. But a hotel connected to an empty one becomes a reminder of what used to be there. But still,
not
during
wrong.
its peak years, Military Circle was one of the busiest retail destinations in the region.
Still got Christmas
Visitors
signs
could spend
up.
an entire afternoon
crazy.
here, shopping, watching movies, eating in the food court, and socializing with friends.
Must have went under
For many residents
in
of
December.
Norfolk and nearby Virginia Beach, the mall became part of everyday life. Teenagers hung out in the hallways after school. Families came during the holidays to shop for gifts, and the parking lots were often packed with cars throughout the weekend. By the 1980s and early 1990s, Military Circle was firmly established as one of the region's major retail centers. But even as the mall continued operating successfully, larger changes were beginning to reshape the retail landscape. Changes that would eventually threaten the entire mall
Is
industry.
he about to start talking about Amazon? Is that what he's about to start
No,
talking
follow
about?
us on social. Military Mall Circle. And that's what the movie theater looks like from the outside. And here's a map. See
Ross.
what happens when I spin it.
Are they still around? So many of these like big stores
Absolutely
dropping
nothing.
dead
But it
left and
spins.
right that I don't know which ones are still around actually. Is Ross still around? I'm pretty sure it is.
Let's take a look at some of these stores. Oh,
The metal detectors.
not too much going on in here,
I like the floors
but I
in
do
here.
love the cabinets.
I'm always a fan of wood floors, but even
And they
those
still
white tiles
slide.
over there are kind of nice looking. Like I said, I'm a big fan of architecture. Nice looking
That wind is
architecture.
really kicking up there.
Sometimes I just go to places just to admire the architecture.
Oh, this is so
you know?
beautiful. I love this. It's so gorgeous.
Tipped over trash cans, looks like. Or maybe it's a planter.
Oh, this is
I
great.
wonder what happened to the plants when this place closed up. 'Cause I'm a plant guy. I love plants. I got a bunch of plants.
Oh man, this
Shit,
is
I got a cactus here with me right now. Hold on. I got it on this table over here. Oh, look at that. I know it's hard to see with my lighting. You know what? Shit. Hold on. Let me go turn the light on. My cat's on the floor here and I gotta climb over him, but yeah, I got a lot of plants. I'm particularly a fan of cacti because they look cool. They got spikes and shit, and they're super easy to take care of. You only gotta water them like every week, every 2 weeks, but yeah, I wonder what happened to the plants in this place.
Everything looks totally damaged, kind of. This
Look at those
looks like the
doors.
food court, I think.
No, those are walls. I'm sorry. I thought they were
This is
doors
definitely the
first.
food court. Here's a Chinese place. That's pretty cool.
Every mall's gotta have one.
$6.99 for a sushi roll.
Just like every mall's gotta have
Shrimp
one
tempura.
Bath and Body
Chicken
Works.
wings, all that. General chicken, all right there, my babies. You hungry? You
For
come
some
right
reason,
here.
sometimes I get Bath and Body
Look at
Works
how
mixed
beautiful
up
this
with
is.
Bed Bath and Beyond. Maybe
This
it's
is
the
gorgeous.
word bath.
Oh man, I love malls so much.
What's going on there? Is that an atrium? Looks like an atrium.
This is miraculous. This looks like a pizza joint. It looks like
Yo,
the
there was
whole
nothing better
cafeteria area.
than getting pizza
Like the
when you're
whole
at the
food
mall.
court kind of goes in a circle. Oh, wait a minute, I just figured out. That's why they call it military
Like
circle
every time
mall.
I go, I try to
It's
get a
like a
slice of
circle
pizza
almost.
before I leave. But the mall that's closest to me, I think all the
This
pizza
is
shops
awesome.
are closed up
I
now.
love this mall.
I think there's only like a Chinese
That
place
one's called Soul of the Sea.
and a Mexican place left. I think that's all that's left up there in that food court. And I will be planning to go back to that mall again and do another video there because it is closing up
In the mid
either this year or next
1990s,
year.
mall developers across the country were beginning to realize that many older shopping centers needed modernization. Newer malls were opening with brighter interiors, updated designs, and improved layouts. To remain competitive, Military Circle Mall underwent a major renovation in 1996, and that is what you see here today. The project updated the mall's interior with design elements, improved lighting, and refreshed common areas. For a time, the renovation helped maintain the mall's relevance.
Damn, those
Shoppers
trees are
continued
still
visiting the
kicking.
property, and many of the mall's
I wonder if
stores
they're
remained
paying
open.
someone to take care of them.
But the renovation only delayed a problem that was already beginning to emerge. Across the United States, the retail industry itself was starting to change, and those changes would soon begin to impact
some
malls
leaks.
like Military Circle.
That other mall I was talking about
That
had
wind.
leaks in its last days too.
It's really kicking up
See
outside.
buckets all over the place.
You can hear it. It's the hotel right there. That wind is obnoxious. I guess
I thought
this
that was
used to be
wind.
like
It
a
is
little
kind of freaking me out.
play area for the
What is
kids,
that? Is that a seashell?
but not anymore. This feels like memory foam. Look at the clam.
Like they don't make anything like colorful,
Oh, it's
bright,
made out of
colorful
foam.
like this no more.
I
It's
thought
like I
it was like
said,
glass
it's
or
almost like the
something.
powers that be, like want us
Look
to
at
be
this.
depressed. Like
these
everything
little
is so
circle blocks.
gray and ugly and boxy, and it all looks the same now. It's just really sad.
That's cool.
And it's like, I don't even know if kids today would
This used to
enjoy
be like a
playing in a
garden or
play
something.
space like this because they're all hooked to like their iPads, and all that shit. You know?
Beautiful.
It's really
Gorgeous.
sad.
What the heck is this? This is awesome looking. So I'm standing right in the food court area, and it says, in honor of all who served in the armed forces of the United States of America. This is like a little memorial right here in the mall. I've never seen this inside of a mall. Erected by United Automobile Workers of America.
You know, it makes me wonder what they're actually going to do with that because, you know, like a lot of these malls that are dropping dead, there's a good chance that this mall is going to be demolished. So It's like, what are they gonna do with that memorial? I mean, I'm sure they'll probably just relocate it, but
Oh, I'm drooling over this.
like, look at
I'm
those
telling y'all,
aesthetics
dead
on the
malls and
floor.
abandoned malls are some of my favorite places to visit. I don't know why. I guess it's like that liminal type of space that it kind of engulfs you when you walk in the front door. Look at that. Oh, man,
Like,
if this block
skylights
is
are
saying-
always gonna rule, no
it's
matter
saying
what.
to me right now, that is so gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I
My
wish
eyes
I had a
still
quarter.
watering. I have no idea what the hell. Maybe it's the fan blowing into my eye. Maybe.
I so wish I had a quarter right now.
What's this here?
I want to dump it in here and it just kind of goes around in a
Oh,
circle.
it's
Let's
one
see
of
if we can find a
those.
quarter. This store looks.
You remember those things? They would be at like Kmart and shit. The donation thing. It would go down the spinny spiral thing, whatever the hell it's called. And you'd ask your mom for like a penny or something to put in there. And you just stand there and watch it. That's something I think kids today probably wouldn't like. Well, maybe like little kids, but like maybe like 5, 6, 7-year-olds probably won't be as fascinated by it as we were when we were like 5, 6, and 7. Because like I said, they're all addicted to the iPads and the fucking iPhones and shit.
Pretty cool. I like the velvet pink and purple look. Reminds you of Easter, kind of. Here's a pretty cool looking end table. It's got holes in it in shape of a heart. Whoa. It's not a quarter.
First, I thought that was one of
But look
those
what I found.
restaurant
Penny.
trash
Watch this.
cans. You know, the ones that has the door that opens on the bottom and the push on the
I
top.
promise
That's
you.
what I thought that was at first.
Here it is.
What are we looking at here?
Let's see
Oh
where
yeah,
we
the
can dump
spinny
this
thing.
off at. All right, let's dump it in here and watch it go. Best thing to do is get a quarter for these things, but pennies work too.
Oh yeah, this brings back memories. And when you hear it hit the bottom, it's so satisfying to hear. Like, and especially when it's like, even in the funnel, when you hear it like rattling, it's the rattling followed by it hitting the bottom of whatever it's dropping into. It's just so satisfying.
Isn't that cool? Oh my God. Can I get a thumbs up and a like for that?
By the early 2000s, enclosed malls across the country were facing new challenges. One of the biggest threats came from newer retail developments, outdoor malls. They began to attract shoppers with
Oh, I
outdoor
think he's talking
environments,
about strip malls.
updated storefronts, and modern entertainment options. At the same time, online shopping started gaining traction, and although e-commerce was still in its early stages, the convenience of buying a product online slowly began pulling shoppers away from the traditional brick-and-mortar retail.
Now, see, I disagree with him on that because, like I was saying earlier, malls in a lot of other countries seem to still be doing pretty well despite Amazon and all that shit. It's like I said, I think it's just Americans in general that are pretty lazy and they don't want to get in their car and go out somewhere to buy something when you can just sit at home and get it delivered to your doorstep, you know. Like, I don't really want to put Amazon to blame here, although I can understand why somebody would blame Amazon for this, but really, I just think it's just Americans don't want to, you know, leave the house to go get something, you know.
But perhaps the most damaging change came from the collapse of the department stores. Many of the major anchors
I think
that once
he's
sustained
right about
shopping
that,
malls
though.
began shutting down locations.
Because think about it. It's the big chain department stores that are like really the true main attraction of the mall. And then in between the anchor stores is the actual mall. So you just go into the mall, you do your shopping, whatever, and it's like those big chain stores, I think, is what keeps the rest of the mall alive, because they're probably going to have more money than the little stores inside. I mean, I know there's like some chain stores in malls like GameStop and shit, but I think the main attraction of the malls were the department stores, and he's right. Oftentimes when the department stores close shop, the rest of the mall starts to suffer.
Across the country, for malls like Military Circle Losing anchor tenants created a serious problem. These stores occupied massive spaces that were extremely difficult to replace, and without the consistent foot traffic that anchors generated, smaller stores began closing as well. Vacancies slowly spread throughout the mall, and the once busy hallways began to feel quieter each year.
Another thing I noticed, they got these training rounds right here. It looks like bullets. I think the police were training in here at one point in time. Is this?
I mean, I don't know why it would be the police. Like, I've heard stories, and I don't know how true they are, of some other malls that are abandoned, that people just go in to shoot their guns off. And so, I mean, maybe it was that, but I don't know, because it just seems weird to me that the police would be training inside of an abandoned mall when the range is a much better place to be practicing.
Made out of real stone. This looks heavy. Oh, that is heavy. That is like marble. Wow. Look at that.
I really like that clock, though. Look at that. That is... That's definitely from a different era.
That is the
Like,
time.
look at that thing. It's got Roman numerals and everything.
I don't know why, but this whole section of the mall is blocked off for some reason. I don't
The
want you going
dome
in here.
ceiling and the lighting of that hallway. I
Some
like
of them.
that. Those tiled
Oh, I know
floors.
what that is. That's a restaurant.
Oh yeah, and
Bet
a
you
lot
all
of
their
these
stuff is still
malls,
inside. That's why they got this
a
section
lot of these
blocked
malls
off.
would have like
Pretty
these
sure.
big restaurants. They're kind of like I don't want to call them like the anchor stores of the restaurants, but they would often, at least the malls in my area, they would have these like big restaurants like right at the entrances of the mall, and like the smaller restaurants like the fast food joints and stuff would be deeper into the mall. So I don't know if all malls had these kind of restaurants, but at least the ones that I've been to, there were always at least one big restaurant like right near the outer entrance and exit of the mall. So maybe that's what this is.
Can we try to open this? It does not open. Let's go back here and see what we got. So as you can see right there, that section is blocked off. This whole section right here. But you still get inside this store and kind of look across to see what's going on.
6.
I don't think that's accessible.
Spice 6. Let me take a minute here to look that up and see what that actually is. I'm curious as to what Spice 6 is. So let me take a look here. Once my browser decides it wants to start up. Alright, let's take a look. Spice 6. Spice 6 Modern Indian Restaurant. Okay. Alright, let's continue.
Still really cool to look at. It looks like everything's left behind in there. See how deep this goes back? I don't think this is going to go deep enough. Yeah, it just cuts off. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just kind of cuts off into like a little bitty back room. There's nothing here though. All right, let's go back. You see, I could pull this thing right here, this little lever. And if I pull this lever, it will make this go up. But
It'll
also
probably
at the same
set
time,
off an
this
alarm.
looks like some kind of emergency, like for the fire alarm, even though it doesn't say that. I don't want to make a lot of noise. Well, that's a good sign. I'm starting to hear some water dripping. This one is called African Art Bookstore. Let's check it out and see what's left.
That's probably an independent store.
There's nothing really left in here at all.
You can see on the walls where all the product racks they hang are.
I hear something in those vents. I'm almost positive there's rats in here.
I don't see why there wouldn't be
what that
rats.
is. Looks
I mean,
like
it's an
candy
abandoned
corn.
mall.
Or Pop Rocks, maybe.
Pop Rocks. Are those still around?
This is the front desk here. And there's not really too much left behind in here. At all. What is that? What does it say? In the beginning, I am an alpha man. From the beginning, I was to be. Seeking wisdom always is an important part of me. It helps me learn about myself, to be the best I can, to always take my proper place as a strong, brave alpha male. Are you an alpha male? Leave it down in the comments. I don't know if you guys can
Alpha
hear that,
male.
but that wind is freaking singing
Makes me think of
outside.
Andrew Tate cringe.
That is some powerful wind. It's like beating against this glass right here.
Yo, it's got to be really windy out there where he's at to
That
make
one's
it
called the Toy Company.
for it to be that loud.
No toys left inside though, that's for sure.
It's got to be going at least 50 miles an hour.
Let's go check these out. This is kind of nifty. Got a couple of children playing. Looks like a delivery
That
service
art
man coming
would
to deliver
probably
something to the house.
be AI
It's a toy
slop
company.
if it was made today.
Probably going to deliver toys. All right. Here's a door that I want to go
Guarantee you,
inside because it's
They
a
would have
door in
made
a
this
door.
with AI today. Oh, that's
Let's
pretty
see what's
cool.
behind this door. Nothing at all.
I wonder what was in here.
It's just a bunch of mess. What does that say? In loving memory. The William Chapman Toy Drive. February 28th, 1997 through April 22nd, 2015. Oh, he died young. Cell Fashions.
What is that on the
We
floor?
fix phones, smartphones, and repair them. All right here in the mall.
Or is it light?
Yeah, this is where I'm hearing that water from.
That's on the floor there. I can't
We've got
tell.
some drippage going on. All the way up in the back room over there. This store's called Manhattan.
That store could have been anything.
I like the green carpet in there.
I can't
Let's
even
go check
see
it
the
out.
green car. Oh, there
my
it
bad.
is.
I thought this was carpet, but it does not.
It's like
It's
concrete.
more like flooring. I do like that neon sign right there, although it's not glowing anymore. But could you imagine?
I want to know what
like
kind
a
of store
glowing
that was.
red sign right there?
Because
Says
Manhattan,
Manhattan. I love
such a
that.
vague name.
I wish I
could
could
have
take
been
that
anything.
home, but you know how that goes. You can't. Look, and you can see the hotel right here a little bit better. See through that window right there? It's called Military Circle Mall Hotel. I thought this mall would be in better shape than it's in. It's not bad, I've seen worse. But like, it's in pretty rough shape for what it is. It hasn't been sitting abandoned too long. At least I don't think anyway. There's one thing I like about this mall,
Is that on the
and
floor
one thing
over
I
there?
don't like. One
Fast
thing I do
food
like
cup,
about this
maybe?
mall, it's a first floor only. The one thing I hate about this mall, it is a first floor only. I will feel much safer being up top on the second floor, because this is where all the bad stuff happens, on the first floor in the malls, and that's usually what it is. That's protocol.
It's like a what floor sign there.
Before we go in here, let's go inside and take a little break. Let's regroup ourselves.
By the 2010s, the decline of Military Circle Mall had become difficult to ignore. Large portions of the property were sitting empty. Major retailers had already closed their locations, and customer traffic had dropped dramatically. In 2015, the mall entered foreclosure, signaling serious financial trouble for the property's owners, and even attempts were made to revive the mall, including a rebranding the property as the Galleria at Military Circle. But the rebranding effort failed to reverse the mall's trajectory. By this point, the problems facing the American mall industry were simply too large. Across the country, hundreds of malls were experiencing the same decline, and Military Circle was no exception. In an unexpected twist, the nearly empty mall found a temporary new purpose during the COVID-19 pandemic. Because of its large interior space and expansive parking lots, the property was used as a regional testing and vaccine center. For a brief moment, the dying mall served the community once again, but this time, it wasn't a place for shopping. Instead, it became a public health facility. Even as the site served this temporary role, the long-term future of the property was already being decided.
Yeah, just looking around, you can tell they don't care about the mall anymore. The power's running. As you can see right there, the power is running full blast. They don't care about this place anymore because look at this. They're just letting water seep in here. It doesn't take long for Mother Nature to take back over a building and reclaims what's hers. Once a building goes abandoned, that's it.
He's not wrong about that.
After this stuff.
And you know, I saw this on the bus the other day. You ever see one of those old-timey, like, stone buildings, and there's, like, vining plants climbing up the side? I like that. It's a nice aesthetic.
The name of this restaurant, y'all? Leave it down in the comment section, because I have no idea. It would have the name right here, but it's gone. Give y'all a nice pan view. Do y'all hear that? It's whistling. We're under a tropical storm right now. Tropical storm watch.
Yeah, this
It's
probably
sunny
closed
outside,
up
but
in
the wind is
December,
blowing up
because
crazy.
that's like a Christmas-themed ride there. So this place probably closed its doors for good in December, maybe
It's a nice looking
January.
train. You could sit in there if you were a kid and take pictures with your
got a
mama.
car outside just honking.
With your mom in them.
Horn.
Let's go over here and see what we got. What the hell is that? It's
I don't
like
want to
toxic
know.
waste.
I don't want to know
Oh,
what it
this
is,
looks like
dude.
toxic waste. This is like paint or something. Who did this?
Poor lonely Roman
This
pillar
mall
there
is
all by
absolutely
itself.
trash now, kind of. It's not bad. Like I've seen worse, but it's not in mint shape. Let's just put it to you that way. Look at that. Let's turn that down. I'm like salivating right now. It's so good. This is perfect. I don't know why, guys. I just love abandoned places. But most of all, I think I like abandoned malls the best. They just bring the best out of
It's
me.
crazy those plants are still
And I love
alive.
the way they look
Those are
on
like
film.
house plants. Like you
They're
actually
so
have to
cinematic.
water those.
So beautiful. Look at this. This place had to close during Christmas because I see Christmas lights still hanging up. I see Christmas decorations too. My guess is they probably had a Christmas tree right here in the center.
Yeah, I agree with him there.
Probably.
That looks like a good spot to
Now
put
what
a
is
Christmas
this?
tree.
Y'all leave it down in the comments.
That was probably an
If I
anchor
had to
store.
take a guess, maybe a JCPenney or a Dillard's.
Probably was a JCPenney.
Let's see
Bonton, maybe.
who's down here.
Because the Bonton
Yeah, that's the
at my
back room
mall
area.
had
I
an
don't think I
entrance
want to
like
go
that.
down there because that's not really a part of the mall. I was going to try to make my way inside this store, but there's probably nothing in there.
Bro is going to walk into a horror movie if he goes that
But
way.
look at this. This is a spectacle. I love this so much, and I hope you guys do too. Look at the designs on these light posts right here. What do these little knobs do? They're like all around here.
That's weird.
Look at that.
I do like
It's
that.
just blaring. They left all the power running. For whatever reason,
I
I
do
have
like
no
those
idea.
lights.
I don't
Kind
feel
of
any
look like
heater.
little
I
lighthouses
don't feel any
almost.
air conditioners running or anything. So what were they trying to do in here? I have no idea. This
Very
feels like
good
it's gonna
chance this
break.
place closed in December.
This looks like blood, but it's not. It's just paint. Actually, it kind of looks more like iodine.
Someone coming into graffiti, maybe?
Stand the rain. That almost looks like graffiti, but it is not. It is not. It's part of the mall.
It's not
And look at
bad
this,
looking.
it says, you can hashtag this, and it says Military Circle Moments. This is one of the main entrances. And it says right there, security operations, restrooms, and shoe repair and alterations. I'm going to save that part for last. One last pan shot before we move on. To mention though, these plants, let's check them. They look real. Yeah, they're very real. They
It's
even have a
amazing
slight
how they're
smell to
still
them, too,
alive.
in a good way.
I mean, I don't know how long
Yeah,
the
all
mall's
these
been
are real.
closed at the time of him recording this
I
video,
can't
but
get over that.
it's
Can you
amazing how
imagine
they're
this mall during
alive.
Christmas time? I can. It was beautiful. Man. Even though this was not my childhood mall growing up, it still brings back memories of my childhood mall. This is gorgeous. And I love making documentaries like this, because when this place is gone, everyone still gets to see what it's all about on YouTube.
That's kind of why I started
Jewelers.
doing kind of like travel/exploration videos.
This is probably the most flooded store I've seen yet inside the mall. So we're gonna go walk right on in. Let's mask up. Look at that. Dripping
wow.
everywhere. This is where they would keep the mall kiosk and everything. All these little pavilions right here. Look at that. I don't think these buckets are gonna do anything anymore. It's kind of a good bit left inside this mall.
And if
Why
my
does it
mic
feel
is
like I'm
picking up
walking
my
on glue?
fan and drowning
YSL.
out the video, let me know.
I am Ashley, AshleyStewart.com. Here's some mannequin. Oh yeah, boy, this is what I'm talking about. I love mannequins. I guess because they look creepy
I
and
don't.
stuff. I've never seen a
Mannequins
blue one. I'm
kind of
getting
freak
excited.
me out.
Look at that.
It's a
A
Smurf
blue
mannequin.
What the heck?
A
I've never
Smurf
seen a blue
mannequin.
one. All made from plastic. Here's another one. Giggity.
Oh my
Damn.
god, why does it have genitals?
Cloth one.
Why
Oh,
does
these
it
look very
have a
creepy.
bulge?
I bet you the whole back room is filled with them.
That's funny.
Kids' drawings, Christmas decor. Found our first Christmas tree.
There it is.
What does that say? With a little duck. He's cute. Pumpkin, pumpkin. Tonka. This must be a kid's store, like a kid's bookstore or something maybe. I don't know. I don't know what this was. The Earth's surface. Oh, that's cool. Tells you all about volcanoes and stuff. Tells you what to do during an earthquake and everything.
Fear
Fear
Factor.
Factor.
Oh man, that's
Y'all
going
remember
way
this crazy
back.
show back in like the late 90s, early 2000s? These people would act like American
when they had to
gladiators,
eat,
eating
like,
roaches and everything like that.
the goat testicles and like the sheep eyeballs.
Doing
Oh
crazy
my god,
stunts
nasty
and cool
shit.
stuff.
I would never do that.
And they would all earn $50,000 if you were the winner. Fear factor.
The second stunt, they would always have you eat something
extreme
nasty.
photos.
I would just do the
Look at
first
that. See,
stunt
this is what I'm
and
talking
take my
about. Look at
money
all
and
the
go
bees on
home.
her and everything.
I'm not eating no
This
nasty
is cool.
shit.
I like this. Look, they're eating brains. Looks like raw chicken. Yeah, that's cool. I got to spend all day looking at that. Anyways, we really got to move on. Let's look at this mall real quick. I know I'm just kind of rambling on. I'm here to give you guys a good tour, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, door there.
This looks like it's made out of stone, but it is
yeah,
not.
that.
That's like plastic. That's definitely plastic.
Looks like it could have been an interesting shop.
What do we have back here? And this
Maybe
is
it
their
was
storage
an
closet.
apparel shop.
Nothing
maybe.
too great, but I've never
Judging
seen
by
a storage
the,
closet inside of a store that
full-length
just
mirror.
went straight back like this in a narrow hallway. It's very narrow in here. So I'm back inside the mall area, and look at this. This looks like some kind of training rounds for the police. They're all scattered all over the place. Yeah, these are like training rounds for something. Definitely police training. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I've seen this before inside of other abandoned places like schools and stuff. And look, y'all remember this stuff? Slowing the spread.
Nah, I don't
6
want to
feet
think
apart.
about that.
Maximum capacity. Y'all remember when restaurants and stores had a maximum capacity? Like not that many people could be in the store at the same time? I don't get that. Like, here's one thing I didn't understand about 2020 during that season. They closed all the mom and pop shops down from getting groceries from them, but they kept Walmart and Target open.
Exactly,
explain
my
that.
friend. You're waking
I
up.
have no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. Jimmy Jazz.
Probably was like a music school or
There's
something.
another one that's got water in it. This is ridiculous. Look at all the water in here. Good gracious. Cool looking store though.
I
I
like
like
the
the
floor.
white ceilings. Oh look, it's rusting though. A lot of rust. Yes. Oh, I love this button. So satisfying. Very mechanical. All right, I think we got one more stretch. This mall is massive. You know why it's so big? It's only a first floor. That's why. It goes on forever. Now talk about liminal. This space is very liminal. Look at this.
Look at that green lighting. That's
Look
freaky.
at how liminal this is. Ho, ho, ho.
It's like
Check it
Shrek
out. I can't
left
make out the name of the
radioactive
store, though.
waste from his bowels.
It's got a little camera up top. You don't see that camera up there? I don't think it's working no more, but there's no way to really be sure. Oh, this is like, oh, I thought this was paintballs. I don't know what all this was. You only got like 3 lights, no, 2 lights that are on in this store. This one, and that one way over there, and that's it. What's the purpose of keeping these lights on? I have no idea. Designed for you, it says sweatshirts, hoodies, shirts, and more.
That's probably one of those
guess they,
custom
like,
design
customize all
air
this stuff
spray
for you.
stores. It's probably
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
let me
one
see.
is.
They did vehicle work, custom designs on the back of your vehicle, banners, they did it all. You can even design a hoodie, a polo shirt, biker vest, hats, everything. It's got it all right here. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wish we could see more of this. But
Yo,
we
look
cannot.
at that paint.
That's kinda cool.
pretty wild.
Yeah, this store's full of water. Ugh, I could smell it. Smells like mold in here. This is Easy Work Boxing and Fitness Club. Let's take a look at it. This is when you know a mall is about to die, completely abandoned. When they start putting police stations inside of malls, laser tag, or stuff like this, you know that it's about to be abandoned soon.
Yo, and it's funny because one of the last stores to
Little bullets.
always be in a dying mall
Little
is
paint
Bed
rounds.
Bath and Beyond. For some reason, not Bed
Yeah, this
Bath
is
and
a
Beyond
fitness area
shit.
here.
Bath and Body Works.
Huh?
I always get those two confused.
The only piece of exercise equipment they got left is a bike over there. Let's go check it out. Yeah, they got this bike right here. And this stationary bike right here. This one's made by Gold's Gym. It's pretty looking too. I like that color. Got a little gray and blue in it. What is back here? Oh, this is like the rest of the club.
Behind the
It's a pretty
curtain,
big
you find the
club.
fucking Wizard of
Trampoline
Oz.
left behind.
Pay no attention to the
Whole bunch of
man
black
behind
mold.
the
I don't
curtain.
want to be in here too long.
Yeah, don't be messing with black mold.
What's back
No way.
here? Yeah, some more gym equipment. They left some of this stuff behind, not much. It's still here, some of it. Some boxing gloves left behind. And a piece of a trophy. It's the back desk. Oh yeah, that confirms it. They were definitely using this place for like military training or
Oh, that's
probably police
crazy.
training. I've seen these before in other abandoned places. That's definitely what's going on here.
That's pretty crazy when you think about it.
Open that.
It also adds to the whole sadness of it all. These malls dropping dead.
Look at
And what
that.
later
Sun's being
becomes of
powerful
them.
now. Shining right through. Glistening on everything. Look how nice that looks. Let's get another pan shot here. Some little toy cars here. If you were a child, you can get on one of these and just,
Did any of
Have a
y'all
good
ever
time.
ride one of these when you were a kid?
it's kind of what it's all about.
I don't remember riding any of
The
them.
hell
I mean,
is
I
that
probably
thing?
did, but I just don't remember it. Is that supposed to be like some bootleg Thomas the Tank Engine or some shit?
Here's the change machine.
Like, I miss those 90s aesthetics like that. Look at that. Like, who showed this earlier in the video, and like, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be, but it's way better than AI slop, at least. Because I guarantee you, a lot of the shit in this mall, like the artwork and all that, it would probably be AI slop if made today. I mean, maybe not, but the way things are going, I'd predict a lot of the artwork on the walls and stuff would be AI slop if, you know, these malls were started up today.
I love this. These big, massive skylights. This is what it's all about. Oh, man. Here I go again, salivating. I love this. It's so quiet in here. All you can hear is like the faint screaming of the wind coming through on the glass and dripping water. That's all you can really hear in this place. I mean, you can honestly hear a pin drop. Oh, look at this. Here's another target practice victim.
Just looks like a
Here's another
regular
sign
old
that
man.
a dead
Why
mall
would you
is about
shoot
to
at
take
him?
place, or a mall is about to go abandoned. Driving academy. Who would put that in a mall? Come on, y'all.
No, I've never seen that. I have never
That's when
seen
you
that
can tell
before,
a mall is
actually.
about to be dead.
A driving
or
school
dying
inside of a mall?
or
Has
abandoned.
anyone ever seen that? Because I haven't.
What is in here? I love little bitty holes in the wall. I'm always curious about holes. Giggity. There we go. And there is nothing back here. Super in love with this symbol on the ground. It's like a little bitty circle star. Or octagon star. Let's go take a look in here. I think this is a department store with the red curtain. Let's go take a look.
That was probably like a Bon-Ton or something, probably.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Whenever I'm inside, this never fails. Whenever I'm inside of an abandoned mall, it never fails. You go inside one of these department stores, they never leave anything behind. Nothing. This is why I don't really explore these too much. There's nothing left behind. Although you could play a big game of football in here or a game of soccer. And I could
Let's
go
do
up
it.
there just for
Mall
fun.
ball.
But I
So
really don't think
repurpose
he's up
these
there
malls
either.
into
It's gonna be
arenas
just
for
like
a new
this.
game called Mall
A
Ball.
blank canvas.
Who's down
All right,
with
let's go
that?
check it out. I'm curious.
I'll patent
not?
it. I'll
Right here.
start it up
Yep.
myself.
Just as I thought. Complete waste of time. Nothing up here.
Yeah, no, I'd be out of there. I wouldn't be sticking around to find out. No way.
This looks like the boiler room or something. What the heck was this?
There's a
Oh, no,
bathroom.
this is just like a back door area. Nothing really here. Clothes racks.
I think that's a
Yeah,
bath.
it's like a back room area. Nothing too much going on.
Oh, he didn't go
Another
in
thing I
there.
noticed about this area.
I could have sworn
Or
I
the mall
saw
in
a
general.
bathroom sink in
It's
there,
looking
though.
like it has some vandalism. Look at this. Toilet paper. Looks like somebody's throwing it around. Wow, look at this. Is this really a MacBook Pro in here? What the heck? There's nothing in there. I wish there was a MacBook Pro in here.
Maybe it was a display box or something.
That would be awesome. All right. So this is definitely the last stretch of the mall. I love this.
I've never bought anything from these like weird little cubicles in the middle of the mall hallways. I don't think I've ever bought anything from any of those.
This looks like a little convenience center where you get like ice cream, Cokes, chocolate milk, whatever.
Actually, I lied. I bought anti-ands from one of them once,
You name it, they got it.
so I lied.
Yeah, this is definitely the last stretch of the mall because it looks like that part down there is all blocked off. I think this is like a cash advance type of place. Look at this. Here's the vault door. That door is so heavy. Good Lord. Yeah, this is where they kept all the money. Right here. And that is it. That is the end of the mall. Pretty much. What is that over there? Yeah, so I
Are
just
we at
went
the
through a
end of the
little
video
back room
here?
hallway,
That's 7 minutes to go. You get 7, 8
and it
minutes
kind of
to
dipped
go.
into something like this right here, this area. That's kind of cool. Wow. It's very colorful.
This looks like it could have been an arcade or something.
Very colorful.
Or a place for kids, maybe.
I get a kick out of these.
Look, there's number 5
Black
from
Bart Simpson.
Kids Next Door.
The limited edition.
Marvin the Martian, Richie Rich, Scrooge
Gotta love
McDuck.
And what does this say? Limited edition with a whole bunch of paint on the wall. What does it say here on the door?
Maybe that was the name of the store, a limited edition.
Your only limit is your mind. And it's very
Not
true.
wrong. They're not wrong.
I guess that's why we're kind of here in this mall today. Because your limit is only your mind. Sham Boom was here. I can't tell if this was part of the store or from different people, like
Oh,
little
boy.
kids being in here.
Nothing
scribbling
like
stuff on walls.
obscene graffiti. I've seen it on an abandoned train that I explored once. Very obscene graffiti. The kids think they're all edgy by doing that.
Make sure you smile. Yeah, this place had to go abandoned during Christmas. The whole mall. Did he ding? Nope.
What do you want for
So a whole
Christmas?
bunch
I
of
want my
blank
mall to
office
stay
space up
open
here.
another 5 years.
And here's a fish tank. Hopefully they let all the fish out and they didn't die in here. No, I don't see any dead fish, so that's a good sign. Do not turn off. All right, let's go back out into these hallways. Let's go back into the mall area. I think we're about done, but I want to touch up on a few more things. Finding more bullet casings. More training rounds anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it in the comments, but what was this store all about? And I also see right here, you want to be different. You got to pay
Look it up.
different. What does that mean?
Let's look it up. Hold on. Alright, let's see. Palidori. Oh shit, I dropped my drink. Palidori store. Let's find out. Welcome to Palidori, your destination for high-end streetwear fashion with a hip-hop twist. So I think it's an apparel store. I just want to make sure this is the same place. Yeah, same place.
What does that mean? I don't know. Look at this power blaring. No reason for the power to be on inside this mall. No reason at all. You would think for the AC, but that's not the case. There's no AC blowing, no heater, no nothing. It's just power's on. An urban story of money, power, respect. Let's eat. That's what's up. I don't understand this, y'all. Where's that rainbow spectrum coming from? Y'all see that? Where's that coming from? It must be coming from one of these skylights here. Let me see. I don't
Yeah,
see
but
how
there's
it's
got to be
possible,
oil or something to
Where's it
create the
reflect?
rainbow,
It's got to
you know?
reflect off of something. I don't understand that. Very cool, though. Let me see. Am I getting in the way of it? Yes, I am. All right, here we go. Well, in their right mind, we'll bring a tire in here. Kind of just want to roll it down the hallway, but that will be unethical. Although that would be quite fun. You already know. Look at this store, y'all. This is pretty cool. Homegrown cafe.
I probably would have
This is
stopped in
kinda
there
cool.
and
I like
checked
this
it out.
stuff in here. This is like the coolest room I've seen so far. Look at
I
that.
probably would have checked this place out.
And what is that? All this is really cool artwork. Very cool. What is all this other stuff back here? The lights are on too. See some glowing back here. What's all that? Oh, it's part of the mall. Oops.
Look at that, where's Waldo?
Waldo books.
That's Wally in
Where's
Britain.
Waldo the Fantastic Journey? Let me see if we can
Yo,
find
I
it.
always hated those
Yeah,
ones
probably not gonna happen.
at the end of the book where it was like a whole
Do
bunch
you
of
know where
fake
Waldo is?
Waldos and you
Leave
had
a
to
like
find
if
the
you do.
real one. I hated those.
This had to be like a store for kids, maybe. I'm guessing. Here's an old record player. That's pretty cool. What is all this other stuff? Yeah, I don't know where all this stuff came from.
Maybe like a toy store
like
or
toys
something?
and stuff.
Kids bookstore maybe?
Oh, look at this. I found a MacBook Air. Blank box, though. I wish it was full. I did happen to find these Apple stickers that I'm just randomly posting on the wall right here.
In 2020, the city of Norfolk moved to purchase the property through its Economic Development Authority. The goal was no longer to save the mall. Instead, city leaders began planning a complete redevelopment of the area. Ideas for the site had included a mixed-use development, housing, entertainment venues, and new commercial spaces. Eventually, after more than 5 decades of operation, Military Circle Mall officially closed its doors on January 31st, 2023. The remaining tenants left, the doors were locked, and the mall joined the growing list of American shopping centers that had simply outlived their original purpose. And today, Military Mall Circle sits mostly empty as city officials continue planning
Yeah,
the
my
next
laptop
chapter
under
for
my
the
desk.
site.
I gotta look down here.
While the future remains uncertain, one thing is clear. For more than
Oh my
50
God, go
years,
away.
this place played an important role in the lives of countless people throughout the Norfolk
Sorry,
area.
we good.
But like so
We
many
good.
malls built during this retail boom of the 20th century, Military Circle eventually fell victim to changing times. And now, what was once a bustling center of commerce has become something very different. A quiet reminder of an era
More like a
when
time
shopping
capsule
malls
now,
ruled
man.
American retail.
Sad.
And if you ever feel like being a part of these stories, consider becoming a channel member. Your name will appear in the credits where it belongs. And YouTube thinks you'll like the next video coming up in the left-hand corner of the screen. Click that video and I'll meet you there. This is Ranger Rick TV. Thanks for watching.
So go give his video a like. It's but yeah, it's really sad what's happened with all these malls. But there's nothing we can do about it. Maybe one day there'll be a mall renaissance. I hope I see it within my lifetime, but well, thank you all for chilling out with me. So probably gonna stop this one here, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.